Good afternoon, everyone. We'll call this meeting of Stratford City Council to order. In the council chamber with me is Chief Administrative Officer Joan Thompson, Acting City Clerk for at least another 10 minutes, Tatiana Defoe, Director of Human Resources Jackie Mockler, and Manager of Communications Mike Bites. At this time, are there any declarations of pecuniary interest? Seeing none, we'll go to item 3, which is the report of the Committee of the Whole in camera session. And it is an appointment of City Clerk and Acting Deputy City Clerk. And the motion is that Tatiana Defoe be appointed as City Clerk for the Corporation of the City of Stratford, and that Joan Thompson be appointed as Acting Deputy Clerk until the Deputy Clerk position can be filled. Councillor Vasilakos and Councillor Gaffney will move in second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed, if any? And that's carried. Ms. Defoe will make an appearance before the camera just before we adjourn. Orders of the day. Item 4.1 is a resolution, and it's a purchase of 4 40-foot conventional buses. And the staff recommendation is that Council authorize the exemption to the purchasing policy, item 42.1, and that Council authorize the purchase of 4 40-foot conventional buses from Nova, a Metrolinx TPI vendor, in the amount of $2,280,000. Councillor Beattie and Councillor Ritzman moving and seconding. Discussion, Councillor Gaffney, and then Councillor Seven.
Through your worship, I know we had some discussion, and I see as part of the report some discussion on electric buses. I'd just like to ask Mike and or Dave, are we looking at a 5-year window? Like, I don't know if Metrolinx TPI is looking at electric buses, or if it's something we have to do, or we may be phased in on our own some future time.
Mr. Mosley or Mr. St. Louis, I'll turn it over to one of you to answer.
Yes, to the chair, it's Michael here. To answer the question, yes, there are some trials going on in some bigger centers as far as electric buses as they are now. Metrolinx, we've already talked about that RFP process in regards to electric buses. CUDA did a survey beginning of the year with the TAs across the country as far as readiness for electric buses, whether it be cost of them or infrastructure for power, for electricity. And it looks like from the response is about 3 years from now, based on beginning of the year, agencies would be better equipped financially and infrastructure to start looking at these. So we're waiting for test results from some of the centers that are using electric buses now. We haven't heard too many stats yet, but it's on the horizon, and I am looking at that as well.
Okay, thank you.
Councillor Seven.
Yeah, I just, further to Councillor Gaffney's comments, I just feel a little concerned every time the idea of these buses comes up. We bring up electric buses, we sort of talk about it for a little bit, and then we just move on and decide, I guess, it's okay to purchase these 40-foot same buses we were purchasing as a city. And I just, you know, I feel like on the declaration, I feel like I know this is a difficult thing, and it won't be easy to transition, and it won't be as simple as saying, well, you know, get an RFP and they're a little bit more money and a complicated process. But I think that's the whole point. I think it has to be a difficult transition. It's going to be either now or it's going to be 3 or 5 or 10 years down the road. And I think to order 4 buses that we've been ordering, you know, the same buses, I just think that sort of goes right against the declaration we made, and I know we have to make it complete. I think it's difficult in the transition and to improve what we have and the models we have, but I think we need to do that, and so I think it's
Thank you. Mr. St. Louis or Mr. Mosley, would you like to, any part of that you'd like to respond to? Then I see Councillor Henderson and Councillor Vasilakos.
No, nothing from this end, Your Worship.
Okay. Councillor Henderson.
Yeah, and I realize I can hear your frustration, Cody, it's the same as the rest of us, but this grant was sent for over a year ago, and it was approved, and the government is now sending us the money. So it has to keep coming back as it comes along the different stages, but it's always the same 4 buses. And I believe it's going to be 6 for the whole grant, and then some mobility buses too. And I believe it was explained to us that it's not just electric buses, it's all the equipment that goes with it. And I know it sounds frustrating, it sounds like it keeps moving up, but it's the very same thing that just keeps coming up as it's moving along the process. And next year it'll come back again because the next part of the grant, because all part of that grant, from what I remember, Mr. Mosley explained to us, we aren't allowed to change that grant. Maybe we can in year 2 or year 3, that would be something to look at. And who knows how this COVID-19 is going to change things, but I too want to see electric buses in the city, but recognize that this is quite a bit of money coming to help us towards finding these buses.
Thank you. Councillor Vasilakos.
I just have a couple points. If I'm reading the report correctly, we're using money for 3 years, but that is currently available for those conventional buses. And we have 4 conventional buses that are 24 years old that really don't have enough life in them to wait for the tests that are being done right now. But the other part is, in the report there is a commitment to going back and changing our grant for the final 2 years of the grant to ask for electric buses. And that would put us in a position to buy electric buses when the next bus comes up for replacement. Is that correct? Or close enough?
Mr. Mosley?
Yeah, through the chair, I think we'll be in a better position as many agencies will be in the 2 or 3 years from now once we build on that infrastructure and there's more testing, information and data that we can get to see how these actually work in this climate. I too am very interested in this greener technology. I wish I could say we were at that point now, not just in Stratford, but across the country, based on these are just pretty much rolling out, and like it was mentioned, the 4 buses I have now that need to be replaced do not have the greener filter technology on them, like my newer ones do. And of course, parts are very hard to source, and they're very tough to keep them updated and running. And the newer buses, of course, burn much cleaner, approximately 97% cleaner than the older buses used to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything further? If not, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? 1 opposed, and that carries. Item 4.2 is a resolution for the farebox hardware software upgrade, and the staff recommendation is that council authorize the exemption of the purchasing policy, item 42-1, and that council authorize the purchase from Garibaldi, Laval, Quebec, the newest version of farebox hardware and software up to the amount of $175,000. Councillor Bunting and Councillor Burback moving and seconded. Discussion. Councillor Gaffney.
Thank you, Your Worship. Through you, I noticed a note on the financial impact about although there's no transfer being agreement, federal government has indicated the email that we can move forward and incur costs for this project. For this family information technology ones, we have trust that the government, the federal government will support on this, like this perfectly guaranteed.
Mr. Mosley, do you have an answer for that statement?
Yes, Your Worship. Through the chair, we actually, I have various confirmations as far as these projects with federal approval dates attached on the letters as far as when we could start eligible expenses for these projects. They date back from the mid-January up to March 25th of this year that we could incur costs on these projects. The TPA, or the Transfer Payment Agreement, we do not have to wait for that to start these projects, and that is confirmed by the federal and the province. The province actually puts out the TPA, and I've been in contact with the NGO numerous times, and there is no problem as long as I have a date on the letters that came from the minister, then we can go ahead with these projects.
Great, thank you.
Anything further? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion for item 4.2? Opposed, if any? And that's carried unanimously. So we've got item 4.3, which is a resolution for Transit Information Technology System, GPS including real-time information and automated vehicle locator technology updates. And the staff recommendation is that council authorize the exemption to purchasing policy, item 42-1, and then Consat, a Metrolinx TPI vendor, be awarded the upgrade to the Transit Information Technology System, GPS including real-time information, automated vehicle locator, additional technology updates, and installation for Stratford Transit System up to the amount of $200,000. Councillor Gaffney will move, and it'll be seconded by Councillor Burback. Discussion. Councillor Clifford and Councillor Henderson. Councillor Vasilevsky.
I was going to ask, is that going to help the driver or the passenger? And is there any cost saving to transit when we have this installed? Right? As far as our work and stuff with 18, or will there be any changes with this new technology?
Through the chair, this will greatly improve on-time performance. This will help the drivers and the passengers. I'll start with the drivers. Right now, if anyone looks at the system and the timing point, it's kind of a guess at 5-minute interval. This program will have a time per stop per route, which the driver will have a little heads-up display monitor in front of them that they can see if they're on time or behind time or ahead of schedule. Management will also have, through the ABL technology part, will be able to monitor service remotely and be able to fix issues, put in detours on the fly, so to speak. From a passenger standpoint, they will have a real-time app based on this information. So they'll be able to bring it up on a website or on a PC, let's say, or a laptop or tablet or even a smartphone, and they'll be able to track the arrival of their bus at their bus stop. From a financial standpoint, I think the savings will be in a much reliable service that people will be able to know exactly what's going on in the system.
becomes a management tool as well, Mr. Mosley?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the first part.
It can also be a management tool for yourself and the supervisor?
Yeah, through the chair, that is correct. We can remotely bring up the system app, and we can send messages through the heads-up display to the driver if they have any detours that are coming up. We can change if there's a road closed due to, say, water main break. We can adjust the system within minutes and get that information out to drivers and to the public so that everyone knows what bus stops are closed, what's the reroute. We can change all that instead of standing at the terminal or riding buses to see what the issue is. We get a complete big picture snapshot of the whole system all in one time.
Thank you. Councillor Henderson, Councillor Vasilakos, Councillor Seven in that order.
My question is, when is it going to be installed?
Through the chair, I've pretty much everything done in the background as far as timeline. It would probably take, if there's no issues, about 8 to 10 weeks to put into place.
Okay, Councillor Vasilakos?
I was wondering if another use of this could be setting up some performance metrics. So not just point in time or monitoring on a daily basis, but whether this information can be collected and used to create some, higher level tools around performance metrics, how we're doing, where we can identify service improvements, things like that. So does it also serve more planning and strategic planning around transit?
Yes, through the chair, this is a great tool as far as data, which I don't currently have any electronic data, but reports can be pulled up on this daily, weekly, deboarding. So as far as where I would like to put shelters, that would be very helpful in that aspect. Route planning, absolutely, for either present day or the future. It will give us a lot of data as far as the planning of transit in the city.
So quick follow-up to that, does that also change our need for consultants in some of this? Like you're saying, we don't have any electronic data collection currently, but we do every so often have to hire consultants to do transit reviews and things like that. Would the ability of this kind of real-time and complete data reduce consulting costs for us?
Through the chair, I would be very confident in saying that would cut costs for consultants. And through the fare box as well. The new fare box program will also give me lots of data as well. You could potentially see, I'd be very positive to say that we wouldn't need consultants as we've used them before because we didn't have the data.
Councillor Seven.
Thank you. My questions have been answered.
Thank you. If there's nothing further, I'll call the question on item 4.2. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? And that's unanimous. We'll go to the next item, which is item 4.3, and it's a resolution for the Transit Information Technology System. I'm sorry, item 4.3 has just passed. I apologize. We're on to item 4.4, which is the resolution for pilot project on-demand Sunday transit service. And the staff recommendation is that council authorize the exemption to purchasing policy item 42.1, and that council authorize the purchase of the on-demand software and hardware from Pantanonium to the amount of $50,000. Moved by Councillor Vasilakos and seconded by Councillor Ingram. Discussion. Councillor Seven and Councillor Henderson.
Yeah, I think the idea, I'm a little concerned that if we don't have any kind of access for people, I see that if on Sunday if somebody wants a bus, they can call Monday to Friday during business hours to have a bus come, but I guess I'm a little concerned about people who are taking the bus that don't have technology. I mean, there are lots of them. I would even have data on my phone, so if I was out looking for the bus, I would be kind of stuck. So I'm just wondering if there's be a way to implement sort of, maybe if there was somebody who could answer a phone or input sort of a ride on a Sunday rather than having to call, 2 days or more ahead to plan their day on Sunday.
Mr. Mosley?
Through the chair, we have plans to put in place Sunday coverage in dispatch to receive those calls as a support feature while we launch the program. As I can envision probably 4 to 5 weeks as a starting point for now, and then monitor to see what type of phone calls we need to get in the future as far as doing a partial staff on Sundays or looking at various ways to support those that might not have the technology that would maybe want to bus at the last minute on a Sunday. So we have plans in place from a support perspective that when we launch, that there'll be staff to answer those phone calls and to help those that might not have the technology at that point.
Okay, so thank you. If I could follow up, so that will be implemented at the same time the pilot starts and then faded away if necessary?
Through the chair, that is correct. There'll be support right from the first launch day.
Thank you.
Councillor Henderson?
So I think this is kind of exciting to think about trying this, but I'm trying to remember, was it that there was around 120 people rode the bus on Sunday? So will we just have 1 or 2 buses sitting at the terminal waiting for calls? Or will they still be sort of going around the route, and will it just be every, thinking how the routes are now, once an hour? I'm just trying to figure out how it's going to work.
Mr. Mosley?
Yes, through the chair. Basically, the system on a high level, the system, the 2 buses they'll be moving all the time. The city will be divided up into 2 zones, whatever those zones look like. So basically, buses won't necessarily cross paths. And what will happen is the buses keep moving, and the system is set up in a default mode to offer what we think the best window from start to finish a person or a rider would like to use the system. The system can be set up optimal at 20 minutes. So from your pickup to your delivery, the system will try to fit it in a 20-minute window. You could make it the default of a half an hour if you wanted rides to fit in a half-hour service. The shorter the window you make it, the more equipment you'll need on the road. But that's pretty much how they work. The terminal is a point of pickup and drop off. So if you're standing at the terminal and you want to hail a bus, then you'll just use your smartphone to book the ride and then choose your destination. So basically, it doesn't follow any fixed route. It just goes from point A to point B, and then does pickups along the way. The system optimizes as calls come in and gives drivers the best turn by turn to get the passengers where they need to go in the quickest. So basically, it'll go from an hour service down to whatever we set the default at, whether it's a half an hour, or 25 minutes, or 20 minutes.
I guess what I'm thinking is, okay, so I call ahead, say I want to go to Zara. So I go to Zara shopping. I guess I'm going to have to somehow be able to call in to say, I'm ready for pickup.
Through the chair, there's 2 ways you can use the system. The first approach is if you need something right away, you will click a box that says ASAP. If it's something that a trip you want to book, let's say 2 days from now, your other option will be pick up at 11 o'clock at your bus stop, and then you would put in your destination with a time that you wanted to return.
Well, how would you do that if you're going to a grocery store or maybe going to the mall or something? Because, you know, it would all depend on the lineup and stuff. I'm just wondering how that's going to work. Or maybe you're going to Giant Tiger or Sobeys or, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I can see if you're just sort of downtown wandering around, maybe you could set a time to catch the bus again, but it's pretty hard when you're going to the store and it's depending on lineups of what's going on in there and trying to find new products.
Through the chair, you can actually change what you've originally booked as you're going through your day. So if you found that you were finished a half an hour before your pickup time, you could go back into the system and change your pickup time to ASAP, and the bus will then tell you what time it is, the estimated time of arrival for your pickup. So you can actually change it after you've booked it if something changes while you're shopping.
Councillor Vasilakos.
So this is sort of around that same idea. So we currently, it looks like, have about 140 customers every Sunday. Have we looked at any data on, you know, are there any patterns to where people are going and how long it's taking them to get there with the 1 hour service to help sort of guide some of those service levels that you could set on the on-demand system? Like you said, you could set it at 20 or at 30 or whatever. I guess the idea being that if we have a sense of how long it's taking people to get where they need to go now, then when we try to launch this on-demand service, we can say that by doing it this way, we could reduce your trip length, you know, in half or by 50 or whatever. Just a way to sort of remind people of the benefits of changing something that they're very used to.
Yeah, through the chair, I envision a half hour as the starting point. On a Sunday, ridership, I would say quite easily 90% is from west end of the city to the east end. East end having the bulk of the retail. That's where ridership pattern on a Sunday seems to be as west to east.
If I could also, when we toured Belleville for the demonstration of this, in the early part, they were able to have a longer delivery time, and as time went on, they had more people ride the bus, required more equipment, and then they adjusted their service level based on satisfaction that they were finding from the riders. So I tend to think that it'll be very fluid for the first 6 to 8 months as we get the technology, get it adopted, and then make adjustments. Anything further? If not, all those in favor of item 4.4? Opposed, if any? That's carried. Item 4.5 is the 2020 new mobility bus purchase, and staff recommendation that council authorize the exemption to the purchasing policy, item 42-1, and that staff is authorized to procure one mobility bus from Overland Custom Coach, a Metrolinx TPI vendor, in the amount of $100,000. Councillor Henderson and Councillor Burbach moving and seconding. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed, if any? And that's carried. We'll move on to reading of the bylaws. And the bylaws for the items that we have just passed will be on the agenda next Monday, on May 11th. So today, the only bylaw is the confirmatory bylaw, and it'll need first and second reading. Sorry.
Could you do,
Sorry.
1, 2, and 3?
Yeah. So we'll have the appointment of the city clerk, appointment of the acting clerk, and the confirmatory bylaw. The purchase of the buses under item 4 will take place on Monday, May 11th. So if I could have someone move that bylaws 5.1, 5.2, and 5.3 be taken collectively. Councillor Ingram and Councillor Bunting. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed, if any? Seeing none opposed, we'll move to first and second reading. Councillor Henderson and Councillor Vasilakos moving bylaw 5.1 to appoint Tatiana Defoe as city clerk, 5.2 to appoint Joan Thompson as acting deputy city clerk, and item 5.3, which is the confirmatory bylaw. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed, if any, and that's carried. Third and final reading of the bylaws, Councillor Gaffney and Councillor Beattie. Moving and seconding bylaws 5.1, 5.2, and 5.3. All those in favor? Opposed, if any, and that carries. At this time, I invite Ms. Defoe forward, so members of council can see the new city clerk, and we congratulate her on her role. So congratulations, touch on.
Through your worship, I would just like to say thank you members of the council and all CLT and all the employees of the city of Stratford for all of your continued support.
Congratulations.
That's the right thing.
All right. With that, I'll take a motion to adjourn this afternoon's proceedings. Councillor Clifford and Councillor Seven. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? And that is carried. Thank you very much.